As the city lights gradually fade, New York transforms into a dead city. Zombies quickly overrun every street and building, moving as a relentless dark tide that mercilessly consumes any survivors in its path. Our protagonist, Wendy, finds herself trapped in this hopeless wasteland. With no food and no hope, helicopters in the sky seem like the harbingers of doom, raining destruction upon what was once a bustling metropolis. The only way out? Flee into the subway, navigating through this cursed city. But what awaits them? Hope for survival or deeper despair? Let's follow Wendy on this uncertain journey of escape. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video covers the first chapter of World War Z. The game begins with Wendy's squad on a rooftop. Their next objective is to cross the building and reach the subway. As they move inside, a voice crackles over the radio. It's Dan, asking for Wendy's location and assuring them that the military will handle the zombies. However, Wendy decides to stick to the original plan. Inside the building, zombies lurk everywhere, including a type called the Lurker, which ambushes players from the shadows. After dealing with the zombies, Wendy takes the elevator to the atrium. In the elevator, Wendy asks Dan if he would join them, but Dan insists he'll wait for the military while still keeping an eye out for Wendy. Once out of the elevator, Wendy is met with a horrifying sight. The atrium is packed with zombies, and a distant horde resembles a Thanksgiving parade. After some thought, Wendy decides to drop the lights above to take out some of the zombies. The noise quickly draws the horde, who begin to pile up to reach her. Among the swarm are various mutated zombies, gas bags, infected, and screamers. After clearing out the zombies and resupplying ammunition, Wendy proceeds to the next level. Dan warns that another wave of zombies is headed their way, prompting Wendy to set up traps. When the horde arrives, they again form human pyramids, but Wendy greets them with grenades. A new type of zombie, the Bull, also appears, massive and heavily armored. Despite the challenge, Wendy successfully fends off the horde. She then activates a switch and continues on foot towards the subway. Entering the subway station, Wendy finds it still crawling with zombies. She spots someone in the train and, after clearing the area, speaks with the conductor. He agrees to let them ride the train but demands they retrieve some supplies first. During the search, various zombies attempt to hinder Wendy, but she dispatches them all. Finally, with all the supplies gathered, the train starts, allowing them to escape this cursed place. However, the ordeal isn't over. The train soon halts, and Wendy investigates, finding the tunnel gate closed. Realizing the control operators might be infected, she decides to head to the control room herself. Along the way, she encounters a locked iron gate and learns from the conductor that it was sealed to keep zombies out. After activating the switch, Wendy presses on. Reaching the engine room, she finds it teeming with lurkers. After dealing with them, Wendy encounters another iron gate. A search later, she manages to activate 3 switches, opening the gate and reaching the other side, a wide, dangerous open area. Following the conductor's instructions, Wendy heads to the control room on the right. However, the area is too open, and opening the tunnel gate would create a lot of noise. Wendy sets up traps before activating the control panel. As the gate rumbles open, zombies rain down. They try to climb up to Wendy, but she fends them off with her usual methods. After surviving the onslaught, the mission isn't over. Wendy still needs to reach the other side and activate the control panel there. Though the normal route is blocked, Wendy cleverly discovers that the ventilation duct connects to the other side. Crawling through, she reaches the building interior, where the lower levels are filled with toxic gas due to poor ventilation. Wendy activates the ventilation system, reducing the gas levels, but it's not enough. She has to go down another level to activate the lower ventilation system. After clearing out more zombies, Wendy tries to activate the system but finds it requires a key. The conductor suggests searching the bodies of dead workers for the key. After some searching, Wendy finally finds the key on one of the workers. The lower level also requires a key, but this time, it's even worse. Wendy has to venture into the toxic gas to find it. Holding her breath, she manages to locate the key, activates the ventilation system, and descends to the bottom level, continuing forward. Opening the iron gate ahead, Wendy enters a tower, where zombies rain down from above. Luckily, Wendy swiftly climbs to the top and closes the door. After surviving the gas and zombies, she finally reaches the other side. Wendy once again sets up traps to prepare for the next wave of zombies. With the traps ready, she activates the control panel, and the zombies arrive right on cue. The conductor suggests using the nearby shield tunneling machine to take out the zombies, and Wendy follows the advice, turning the zombies into mush. However, just as Wendy activates the machine, zombies swarm the conductor from the other side, forcing Wendy to rush to his aid and take care of the undead. After dealing with the zombies, the conductor tries to make a run for it, but Wendy's team isn't about to let him escape. The conductor is forced to stop the train, and Wendy's group continues their journey. Soon, the train reaches its destination. Taking advantage of the helicopter's firepower distracting the zombies, Wendy's team plans to head to the Hudson River and escape by boat. This once bustling city now feels like hell on earth. The streets are littered with bodies, each silent corpse telling a story of lost life and desperate struggle. Sunlight filters through the crumbling buildings, as if bidding them farewell. At this moment, survival has become an endless nightmare, and the road ahead seems devoid of hope. Navigating through the ruins, Wendy's group finds another route to the dock, passing through a train station. Wendy discovers a tunnel under the train and carefully clears out the zombies in the confined space, eventually finding a way up. Somehow, possibly due to a collision with another train, this one is tilted upwards. Surveying the surroundings, Wendy finds the way forward blocked by a gate, and it's impossible to climb over the fence. Fortunately, there's another train nearby, and Wendy decides to use it to ram the gate open. However, the noise of the train's engine attracts a massive horde of zombies. They pour in like a flood, but the barbed wire holds them off just enough to avoid immediate disaster. After a tough battle, the train is finally ready to ram the gate, and Wendy wastes no time starting the train. With a loud crash, the gate is broken open. Wendy quickly enters, discovering a sewer below. The stench of sewage mixed with decaying zombies makes Wendy gag, but she forces herself to push through, opening a switch to enter a museum. The museum's lower level is swarming with zombies, and Wendy doesn't hesitate, quickly making her way out. Exiting the museum, they are now close to the rendezvous point. Helicopter fire explodes nearby, nearly killing Wendy. The military has laid mines everywhere to fend off zombies, and Wendy carefully navigates through them. However, she soon realizes, to her despair, that she's too late. The military has either retreated or been infected, and there are no troops stationed here. But there's still hope. Wendy spots a boat. If they can get it running, they might survive. First, she must use a winch to pull the boat over. Of course, the zombies won't wait politely for Wendy to escape, forcing her into another fight, luckily with the help of a new weapon. After a fierce struggle, the boat finally reaches the dock. Zombies howl as they rush toward her from all directions, their murky eyes filled with endless hunger. The boat slowly starts moving, causing ripples on the water. Just as the zombies lunge at her, the boat finally picks up speed, slowly pulling away from the shore. Zombies leap into the river, splashing as they are left behind. However, the relief is short-lived. The fuel soon runs out. Angel suggests finding some diesel, but another teammate mocks him, pointing out that the boat's tank holds 10,000 gallons. There's no way they can hold back that much fuel. Wendy's team is forced to disembark and find another way out. While wading through the piles of corpses, they spot a helicopter flying across the river and immediately decide to head there, hoping for military protection. The only way across is to find a route up to the bridge. Soon, Wendy finds a small path and climbs to the top of a building. Once, this rooftop was like a sky garden, blooming with vibrant flowers and lush greenery. Now, the once bright flowers are trampled into the dirt, leaves scattered everywhere, and the vibrant green has been overtaken by decay. Zombies stagger through the garden, their tattered clothes mingling with the withered plants, creating a strange and eerie scene. Leaving the rooftop, another helicopter flies by, and Wendy's team is certain it's heading to the evacuation point, so they quicken their pace. Continuing forward, they encounter military-laid mines, which Wendy carefully disarms. As they reach the bridge, a radio crackled to life. It was the US Army. The soldiers asked them to identify themselves, and after Wendy's squad complied, they requested a ride on the Army's helicopter. The Army agreed, stating they were stationed on the hospital rooftop. If Wendy could get there, they would take them along. Without wasting a moment, Wendy's squad cautiously but swiftly navigated through a minefield. They took the elevator to the top and finally met up with the military. However, the soldiers warned that they wouldn't hold out much longer and asked Wendy's squad to help defend against the approaching horde to cover the evacuation of the wounded. Wendy then continued with her usual strategy, setting up various traps. Given the open terrain, traps had to be placed in every corner. Soon, the relentless wave of zombies attacked. Wendy coordinated with the army, using a flare gun to mark the zombies, calling in an airstrike to take them down. But a new crisis emerged. The defensive electric grid short-circuited and needed to be restarted. To make matters worse, the hole was about to be breached. Wendy quickly cleared out the zombies in the hole and then rushed to the electric grid. However, the stairwell was extremely narrow, and countless zombies surrounded Wendy. She finally collapsed, unable to hold out any longer. Was this really the end for Wendy? Fortunately, her teammates arrived just in time to save her. Wendy managed to restart the electric grid. She continued to work with the military, using the flare gun to strike down more zombies. Eventually, Wendy held out until air support arrived, and they boarded the helicopter, leaving New York behind. Alright, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me.